Hi guys, so as promised, this is going to be part one of the story about my time in London with the interview and medical. So this first part is going to be the medical that I had done. Yeah, if you are new here and watching this for the first time due to the nature of the video, then yeah, my name is Harry. I'm a class 1 driver in the UK, immigrating to the US. So if you are new to the channel and you've not seen the channel before, I do trick and vlogs every day that I work. So the medical place is in London. It's the only place in the UK that you can get this done. It is on a street called Bentinck Street. It's opposite a pub called the Coachmaker's Arms, which they do a very nice pint in there as well, and some very nice fish and chips as well. It is just actually off of Oxford Street, so the nearest tube station is Bond Street, which is serviced by the Jubilee, Central and Elizabeth lines as well. So it is quite easy to get to, although I did walk from my hotel. It is in like little streets and stuff like that, but you know, with Google Maps and a bit of sense, you can sort of find it quite easily. So what did I have to take? I had to take my police certificate, vaccine records, a completed questionnaire, medical questionnaire that they sent through. I had to take a summary of my medical records, so they didn't want the full sort of medical history, even though I did print that beforehand. I read all this. So I printed 90 pages for note, but you know, I've got them anyway, Anta. So yeah, it's just sort of a summary breakdown. It's just a short version. It's like 2 pages long. And then I had to have proof of an interview at the US Embassy. There was a bit dubious about this because my interview was the 6th of June and it was the 3rd of June that I had this medical done. They send the results straight to the embassy, which is what I'm sort of waiting for now, because they like to allow about 10 days, but we only had 3 days between it, so they didn't get them there in time. So it's just pending on the medical results coming through, which, you know, touch wood, there shouldn't be any big major problems with that. So I had to have a ears, nose, throat exam, which it wasn't too invasive as I thought it was going to be, but you know, if you got to have it done, you got to have it done, haven't you? So you know, you just got to sort of get on with it. It included extremities, heart, lungs, abdomen, lymph nodes, skin, and includes an evaluation of mental status. So I also had to have a chest x-ray done as well. I don't get to see them. I think I will get a copy of them for taking when I first go to the US. I had to have a blood test done to check for syphilis, which again, touch wood, I should be okay on that one, I hope. It was, again, one of them, you just had to have it done. You got to have it done, ain't you? So the setup of how it was, I thought I was going to be waiting there a while, but it's just a visa medical place, so they do medicals for all countries sort of all around the world, so different sort of protocols for different ones. So I managed to just get in with a doctor first. He managed to get me straight in for a chest x-ray, so I didn't have to come back to a waiting room and wait, because there were people sort of going for one thing, coming back and waiting 20 minutes, then going and coming back. But I was sort of fast tracked a little bit. It was just a bit weird. So yeah, after I had the chest x-rays, I came back to the waiting room and I was only waiting about less than 5 minutes, and then the nurse came. She checked through my vaccine records that I handed in when I first got there. So I did have to have 2 vaccines done. Let's get them up now. So I had to have hepatitis B and a tetanus booster as well, and I also had to have a COVID vaccine done, but they didn't do them there. So there is a Boots on Oxford Street, that was £98, which was very welcome, and especially having a COVID vaccine as well. I had the Pfizer one, so it did floor me a little bit down there. You know, the cost was, it was £385 for the basic medical. You got to have it done, you got to have pay, you got to do it, hadn't you? So you just got to grin and bear it. So it wasn't cheap. It could have been a lot more as well, but it just had to be done. So the vaccines was extra on top for the 2 that I had in there, so they were £90 as well, which gives us a total of £475. So you know, it's best part of £500 for the medical doing, but you know, you need it done, you need it done. Plus I had to have the COVID on top as well at £98, so you know, again, it's nearly £600, but it wasn't too bad of an experience. You know, if you go in and you're sort of expecting it, well, you get told about it pre-hand anyway. But you know, it's just an expense, isn't it? It's one of those. If you want to get your green card, you've got to get it done. So yeah, that's just sort of a little quick video on it to sort of go through the process that I went through. If you do have any questions down below, please do post them down below, and I will try and answer them as best as I can. I'm just trying to keep this short and sweet, so it's not too long, so it's a lot more watchable for sort of everybody. It's different to all the other content that I've got on my channel. So if you are new here and you're into all trucking and you want to become along for the adventure, please do subscribe down below. And yeah, I will get off and stop rambling. I do have a habit for rambling a bit on this channel. Yes, and I will see you all later.